11 real actual minutes. The NBA Game 2 of these Western Conference Finals. That's how long it took to play the final 0.9 seconds. It took 33 minutes to play the final 90 seconds because Patrick Beverley knocked the ball out of Devin Booker's hands, and they call it off of Patrick Beverley. But let's review it, and it did brush Booker's hands out of bounds, and the rule is, doesn't matter, even if it's caused the ball being loose by a defensive player. We know what the rule is. It looked so stupid, but no, let's review it and give the ball back to the Clippers. The final shot that was taken before, the penultimate final shot, I guess, of the Suns' night from the corner, 3-point shot, ball ruled out of bounds off the Clippers, off of Terrence Mann. They took a look at it. The ruling on the court was Suns basketball. Let's take a look at it. And in that, let's take a look at it, Monty Williams is like, let's run this play and let's run through it. Because, even though we've done it in practice, I'm assuming, now here it is in game competition in the crucible of an NBA Game 2 Western Conference Final. Got to walk through it. This is where the inbounds. This is what you could do. Devin Booker, you set the screen. Ayton, you've got to touch it. You couldn't do that if there was no replay and review. And then, after it all happened, and they weren't taking a look to see, you can't review whether or not it was goaltending because the rule is there was no goaltending anyway. They were looking at the play to see how much time was left on the clock, and they came up with 0.7. I don't know how that happened because if you need, I guess it's like you need 0.3 to catch and shoot, and he didn't catch and shoot, he just tipped it, so it can't be more than 0.3. Let's just go with 0.2 seconds go off, so there's 0.7 seconds remaining. It took a while to, I guess, do that math, and then what took the longest amount of time was getting the same 10 guys back on the floor because there is technically no timeout called. It's just an official timeout to take a look at the replay, but because neither team had a timeout left, they, by rule, can't substitute. So whoever's on the floor when Ayton put the ball through the hole has to come back on the floor. And obviously this is a different set of circumstances for both teams. One needing to play defense, length of the court. One needing to go the length of the court in 0.7 seconds to score a field goal. The Clippers were trying to put other guys on the court and damn near got that past the Scott Foster goalie. But it took forever to figure all that out, which is why right now we're finally having come on the air and surpassed the amount of time it took to play 0.9 seconds of basketball last night.
Unreal.
And we're still 20-some-odd minutes shy of matching how long it took to play 90 seconds of basketball last night. And that's just damn unwatchable. So the NBA gets what every sport wants. A seminal moment that gets replayed on phones and YouTube and Instagram and everything, as Mark Cuban's pointing out today on Twitter. Don't pay attention to the ratings because the metrics about who's watching what is more digital these days than anything else. Take a look at the NBA's social media numbers compared to other leagues is what he's saying. So the NBA gets that, but then they also get like, come on, how watchable was that? How watchable was that?
Not very. It was rough.
Especially when I had a member of the household, the age 7, wanting the television for her show. We're like, game's almost over. Yeah. 20 minutes later, Taylor's in. She's like, game's still on? I know that was low down the totem pole of things of importance to NBA officials last night. But it's just like, game's still, like, really? Even a 7-year-old was like, this is impossible.
This is impossible, yeah.
Wait till I show her the 2-minute report later on today.
Jeez.
Hey, Taylor, sit down. Dad's got wants to show you the pool report of what Scott Foster has to say.
It just really stinks that like the game is officiated one way for 46 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes it's completely different.
It's nutty, man. It's nutty.
It's not ideal.
Here's the fix. Here's the fix. From just last night alone, give a team the opportunity to say we don't want it reviewed. Now, that might be used in a way that will X out the review that could help another team. But in the case of the Clippers last night, if you codify it in the right way, the Clippers last night could have easily said, all right, it's off us. Let's go. Suns ball. Inbound it now.
Right.
Don't give him that timeout. So if it's ruled in favor of one team, meaning it was ruled in favor of the Suns, the team who it's ruled against has the right to forego replay. Don't take a look at it if it's out of bounds off of us. Don't take a look at it. It is off us. It's to our benefit to make the team that just got awarded the ball right now. They've got to try it. If you asked the Clippers last night, there's like a slight chance you get the ball back and the game's over with 0.9 seconds left. Or, more likely than not, Call's right. Suns have to go right now and they can't huddle up to come up with a play. What do you think Ty Lue's going to choose? I think he chooses, let's go. Let's play defense. We're one of the best defensive teams in the league.
Yeah.
Let's go. My guys are on the floor. Don't give him an opportunity to call up a play with 0.9 seconds to go. No. Off Terrence Mann. Let's go. Maybe you give that option to a team that would not be adversely affected by the result of the replay. That's one. And then two, and again, I know this doesn't happen too often, but let's make sure this doesn't happen again. If you put the wrong guys on the floor, it's on you.
Yeah.
It's not on Scott Foster and the rest of the crew to have to go back to the scores table for a fourth time and go, who's on the floor again? It's on you. You're the coach. You knew the five that you had on the floor. You knew it. And you know what the rule is here. And if you don't know what the rule is, technical foul on you. Right. Ball's coming in. Do you have the right five on the floor, coach? Yeah, I got my five. Do you have the right five on the floor, coach? Yeah, I got my five. And that's it. That's all the ref has to do. The ref doesn't have to keep going back to the scorer's table to figure out who was in and who wasn't. You know? You got Boogie Cousins still standing there on the sideline after shoving Devin Booker, by the way. You know, if he's still standing there, not coming in the game, that's on you, Ty Lue. Technical foul.
Right.
Now you're down 2.
I mean, they should have been up 3. I mean, is Paul George going to skate today for
missing those 2 free throws?
Those free
you know
throws,
what? You know what? He missed free throws, but he's been so. I'm going to let him skate.
Okay.
They're not in the game without him. He's been amazing. He's been terrific.
Yeah, I mean,
he's been terrific, and I know you got to make free throws. You got to make. We all know that. We all know that.
1 of 8 from 3 last night. Didn't shoot great.
I mean, they're without Kawhi. They play their first game after getting the Western Conference Finals literally within a day and a half on the road. Tip off at noon. Come on. 10 of 23. Yeah, he's not doing his thing. Come on, man. They had it. They had it stolen. They had it stolen. I'm not going to give PG 13
We're going to overtime
crap.
if he makes one out of 2.
I understand that.
As an 85% free throw shooter, he's got to make those.
Yeah, I mean,
of course you have to make them. I understand that. He knows he's got to make it. You suck. You stink.
No, but I'm just saying, like he's going to get a pass today because all we want to talk about is the officiating and the reviews and 30 minutes.
You obviously did not read Twitter last night because Pandemic P was in full effect.
I saw
he
that
is
too.
not getting a pass.
Everyone loves to get on him, and
He's
I got
not getting a pass
last year in the bubble.
I mean, he doesn't deserve a pass. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out.
I don't know. I'm going to give him a pass. The fact that they're in the Western Conference Finals after Kawhi goes down, come on. Clippers are playing out of their heads right now. And so are the Suns. Kudos to Cameron Payne with 29 points.
That's the thing I don't get. I'm just
he's stepping up. They're FaceTiming with Chris Paul. We have no idea when the hell he's coming back. Does he have COVID still? Does he not? What's going on? We have no idea. They're playing without Chris Paul. Devin Booker comes back looking like Jake LaMotta. That was incredible. What a night. What a night. But the NBA's got to tighten up the replay. Yeah. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.